All right, hey there, it's Michael Fitzpatrick, and we are continuing on here with the top 20 countdown reasons as to why you want to attend PowerUp this year. And this is number 17. And the reason is that people are spies. And they love watching what other people are doing today, more so than any point in history. So we have social media, which includes things like Facebook, we have the internet, we have reality TV shows. And what we're seeing today, almost to an unhealthy degree in some instances, which is a whole different conversation for a different day, but people are really listening through their eyes today more than ever before. And so what does that have to do with you going to PowerUp? Well, when you know that people are spies to a certain degree, if you know people are overly concerned about what other people are doing, then there's ways that you can play to that, in a healthy way. And when you go to an event like PowerUp, all of a sudden now you're going to Washington, D.C. for a weekend. Think about the last time that somebody that you knew or yourself went away for a weekend. And, all of a sudden now people are saying, oh wow, look at Michael's going to Washington, D.C. Wasn't he just somewhere else recently? Wasn't he just in Indonesia or Bali or Brazil or something? And it takes a little while for people to start to catch on that you're out there and you're doing stuff, right? You're moving and you're shaking and you're doing good things. So because people listen through their eyes, when you go to PowerUp, you have something really, really great to talk about before you go. Imagine posting on Facebook or in LinkedIn or Twitter or even in conversations with people saying, oh yeah, I'm going down to Washington in a few weeks. And they say, oh really, what's going on down there? And you say, well, I'm going to a sustainability convention about green living and energy and different business opportunities and stuff like that. It should be really inspiring, lots of good guest speakers. And that's really what you want to do. You want to have that conversation beforehand. Then all of a sudden you have something wonderful to talk about while you're there. And I guarantee you, if you're like a lot of people, when you're at convention, when you're at PowerUp for those 2 days, all of a sudden there's certain people you're going to want to talk to immediately because you're going to hear something from a guest speaker. And you're going to think of people that are in your network. And you're going to probably call them up or shoot them a text and say, oh my gosh, I just heard so-and-so as a guest speaker. He was right up your alley. You would have absolutely loved his or her message. And they're going to start to say, back at home, getting a text message from you or an email saying, wow, what is so-and-so up to? They're obviously at a really fun convention. Then you come home, you come back, and you're a completely changed person. Because the experience now has a transformation inside out, and you start to have conversations with people that you know in your network for the next 2 or 3 weeks thereafter about what you learned and what you experienced and how PowerUp was and friends you made, and it's just going to be part of your conversations. So when you know that people are sneaky, they're kind of spies, and that's why reality TV shows are so big these days. It's why social media and Facebook are so big. I mean, even you right now, you're watching this video because you're really curious as to what I have to say. And I might not even say anything important, but when you see a video, you instantaneously think to yourself, wow, I wonder what that person's gonna talk about. And my goal in doing these videos is to connect with you a little bit more personally than through words in an email. And that's really why I'm shooting this. So you're interested in what I have to say, I'm interested in helping you and getting your feedback, but in any event, that's why this reason number 17 of the top 20 is because people are just like you and I, right? If you were doing a video, I would probably watch it because I'm just curious. So you want to leave little breadcrumbs of curiosity in your journey, and when people start to get curious, they start asking lots of questions. I've been involved with Viridian for 3 years now, and people are starting to ask a lot of questions about, what exactly is it that you do? And it's taken a year, 2 years, 3 years for some people to watch. But I've gone to 3 PowerUps, this will be the 4th. I've gone to a bunch of different trips. So when you know that people are curious and they want to see what you're up to, give them something really good to be curious about. So go to PowerUp, change your life, and change your conversations for the next 30 to 60 days. We'll see you on the next video.